There was a slight upset in Division I women's basketball as a non-conference game. Number 9 TCU lost to number 12 Ohio State 71-69, part of the Coretta King Scott Classic in New York, New Jersey at the Prudential Center. So what exactly happened? I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. TCU drops down to 18-2 on the year. Ohio State improves to 17-2 on the year. I do think TCU is going to drop at least a spot, maybe even two, with this loss here today, going into the next AP poll a week from now. I'm just being real. Luckily for TCU, it does not impact the conference standings because they're 6-1. In Ohio State, it doesn't impact their conference standings. They're 6-1 as well. TCU was up 36-33 at halftime, but Ohio State scored 38 points while TCU scored 33. There's obviously more to the game than that. That's why I'm going to go over to the last minute of the game. This is besides the stats. So, with around 44 seconds left, Olivia Miles missed a three for TCU, and Ohio State was up 67-66 at the time. Chance Gray got the defensive board around 41 seconds left, and she made a three around 16 seconds left, assisted by Jelani Cambridge to make it 70-66. Timeout TCU to advance the ball, obviously. Olivia Miles attempted a three. Around 5 seconds left, and Clara Silva got the offensive rebound for TCU and foul Kennedy Cambridge, and then TCU called timeout. And around no time left, Veronica Sheffy made a three, assisted by Olivia Miles to make it 70-69. Then Ohio State called timeout to advance the ball and a foul. And obviously, TCU had to foul twice. Veronica Sheffy on the first time, then Olivia Miles. Jelani Cambridge went to line, only made the first free throw, and missed the second. So a three for TCU would have won this game potentially. 71-69 at that time, and TCU did call timeout twice. Then Donovan Hunter turned the ball over for TCU, which was stolen by Elsa Leamila. L-E-M-M-I-L, like with both at the forward accent and the backward accent on the A. On the player. I apologize if I butchered that. Stole the ball. And that was the ball game right there. Now, TCU shot 40% from the field on 62 attempts, 32% on threes on 25 attempts, 92% on free throws on 12 attempts, 43 rebounds, 15 offensive, now 16 assists, 20 turnovers. That's way too much. 5 steals, 4 blocks, and 14 fouls, only 9 points off the bench. 3 double-digit scores later combined. Okay, the non-double-digit scores combined for 19. I mean, 8 plus 2, that's 10. That's plus 9, that's 19. So 50 points. Now, obviously, Olivia Miles was the leading scorer. Had a double-double, but not a triple-double. And then 2 other players scored some similar points this game combined for 17. Now, Ohio State did not have a single bench point in this game. Yet they had 3 double-digit scores. So they combined for non-double-digit scores combined for 14. 9 plus 5. So 57 points. Like literally 3 players like 17 points, 18 points, and 22 points. And 1 player scored 6 more points this game had 9. And Ohio State didn't shoot the ball as good as TCU from the field. 39% on 64 attempts. 43% on threes, though, on 21 attempts. That does make a difference. 80% on free throws on 15 attempts. Not as good as TCU's, but TCU only missed like 1 free throw out of 12. You can't get any better than that. 33 rebounds, 11 offensive, 18 assists. Now, 10 turnovers. That's pretty good. 9 steals, 7 blocks, and 11 fouls. Now I'm going to go to the points on turnovers, points in the paint, and fast break points as well. And points on turnovers favored Ohio State 18-10. Same thing goes for the fast break points 10-2. However, points on paint favored TCU 28-26. Look, this was going to be a quality win for whoever got this game anyway. Even if Ohio State would have lost, it would have helped. So, just telling the truth, and it does impact the NCAA tournament seeding down the line with this one. for Ohio State, and obviously the loss for TCU hurts a little bit. And I would consider this the toughest non-conference game TCU would play all year long. No offense, but the earlier one against NC State, that's not as good now because they're only receiving 4 votes, as you could tell from the last AP poll. So yeah, this was the best quality game they got. They couldn't win it in terms of the non-con. What's the next 5 games? Now, they don't play another game till this Saturday, January 24th, against UCF on the road. I would think you would win that game. January 29th, you get to host Kansas. I think you should beat Kansas. Though Kansas has pushed some teams. I'm just saying. And then February 1st, you got to go on the road to Texas Tech. That's a tough game, but then again, it's going to be tough for Texas Tech too, so it's really an interesting battle. Maybe 2 ranked teams at the same time in that game. And who would have thought that back in the preseason? Seriously. February 4th, you got Houston at home. I would think you would win that game with relative ease. And then February 8th, you got to go on the road to Colorado, which, let's just be real, they beat Iowa State. That was overinflated in terms of ranking. Then they lost to UCF. And a questionable loss at that. As for Ohio State, you got Indiana at home, January 22nd. January 25th, you got to go on the road to Iowa. That's tough. But it's also tough for Iowa to deal with you, too. So, that's a winnable game. Then you got Wisconsin at home, January 29th. February 1st, you get to host Nebraska. That's big. And February 5th, you got to go on the road to Washington. A long way to travel. But still. And this win does help the Big Ten as a whole. Obviously, if the win occurred for TCU, that would have helped the Big 12 more. Just being honest. Because they need to win more, like, Big 12 versus Big 10 games. Let alone Big 12 versus ACC or Big 12 versus SEC. Or, yeah, that's just telling the truth. They need to win more power conference games in the non-con when played against each other. Obviously. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button, see you guys later on the road. 800 subscribers goals, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So, remember, if this course like the video, comment video really helps YouTube background. Some more people see it, and the video does help as well. Some more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button for the notification bell as well.